Hey, 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 we got a stream. See if it's working. Oh. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. We have a stream. Tra-la-la-la. Main. Yes, that's it, isn't it? There we go. There's my computer. Okay, tutorials. Yes, we're doing tutorials at the moment. Mainly because I think it's about time. My condition is worsening, so I'm slightly more disabled than I was about 2 months ago. Let's have a look and see. Oh, thank you, Muppet. Very kind of you. Throw that at me. That's my cat, Muppet. He's wonderful. So, programming. Where do you start? You start with an idea. So, what is programming about? It's about... right, let's write every program in the universe first. I think we can do that. First thing to do is to decide on your text editor to use for programming. And text editors can be found in all integrated development environments, an IDE. So this is going to go from beginner to advanced. So if you're intermediate or you just want ideas, everything's in here. Don't worry about it. I'll take Visual Studio 2019. Isn't there been an update yet? In 21. It's every 2 years. I don't want to use that, do I? This could get very interesting very quickly. Oh. What shall we use? You see, it's a problem. Well, it's not a problem. This is what programming is all about, is taking ideas and building with them. That's interesting. Why haven't I got Qt here? Where do I type? I'll type at the bottom. Q T. What should we choose? What should we choose? I've got a... Yeah, I'll have to do something first of all. Right, well, firstly, I think I've already got Qt. That's a bugger. If I have. I haven't. Maybe not. That's fantastic. Right, the first thing that most people ask is, oh, what programming language do you use? So let's cover that first, shall we? I don't use any programming language. I program in a language called English because it's the only language I know. Unfortunately, I'm not bilingual. And there's no Qt. That is fantastic. So, integrated development environments. There's Visual Studio 2019, which we will be using. But there's also this thing. I want you to look at this. And actually, I would advise you to use some of it, if nothing else. Qt.io, that's the one. Let's pop that to full. You can see what's going on here. Yep, That's visible. So it's a framework, one code base, any platform, and that's why I would advise you to look at it, because it's all in that little 2 sentences, or two paraphrases as it is there. Okay. So under here, we can create beautiful interfaces. So you can prototype with Qt, which is why I want to use it. Powerful tools, coding and testing with Qt. This is going to be interesting, so I'm thinking of trying that out. Deploy, build for all platforms. Oh, yes, we can do that, can't we? So that's the other reason why I want to use it, because I can use it on Windows, I can use it on Linux, I can even use it on Mac. That will be interesting when I do that. Download. So there's a download button there. Here we go. Open source. All right. Go open source. What to consider? Well, it's open source, which means I'm allowed to use it on Twitch to show you how to program. So I can't use any licensed one, obviously. It's GPL and LGPL, so you've got problems if you want to use this to build something to sell. You can't. Don't use this if you want to sell your end product. So that's why I don't use it on my main project. Contributions, if you want to try that. Binaries. Download the Qt online installer. Detected your operating system as Windows. Recommended download. Qt Online installer for Windows. It does it all for you, and you can have a look at the options if you don't want the installer. So I'll download that. Little message will come up. There we go. I have to... Oh no, I can just click on open file, can't I? It's a stupid system, this. There we go. Don't need that anymore. Oh, I would advise you very, very strongly to download this. It is a wonderful piece of work, very valuable for helping people understand programming, because it's got all the tutorials and everything else in there. I'm just seeing if I've got an account. Oh, okay, we'll try that. So DAOC, Amber Skies is the code. Well, that's the company. The company's name is Amber Skies. And this is my old address. You can actually get me now at fraser.sharp@virginmedia.com or amberskies@virginmedia.com. Either of the two will probably pass my desk. Let's try that. No. Let's try that. Qt account locked. Okay. So yeah, there's fraser.sharp@Virgin Media, Amber Skies at Virgin Media. This is an old one. I wouldn't use this one. This just got junk mail on it. So reset. Yeah, sent a password. Have you? God, they want me again, don't they? They sent me a password, you know. Yeah. Hmm. Yes, okay. So where's his password? I don't care then. Oh, God, he wants me to log into something. Can't have my password then. Have they sent it through the post? Spam. Oh. No worries, you can simply make a new one. Just use the link below within 24 hours. Oh, okay, I'll do that then. Go. It's supposed to be that, and that. That. All right. Yeah, you can do if you want. DAOC Amber. Skies at googlemail.com. And let's try this wonderful password. Let's see if this will work. Thank you. Okay. Choosing the right license for you. GPL, yes, I know that one. LGPL version 3, I know that one. GPL version 3, I know that one. Okay. So I know those. Yes, I have to do none. Why can't I tick that? Fine. You've already got that information. Welcome to Open Source Qt Setup. Well, installation folder. Now, where am I going to put it on the computer? That is very important. By sending sudo, no. Next. I'm not here to help them. They wouldn't help me when I asked them. C:/Qt. Yeah, that's fine. That sounds all right. Y min_GW. Oh, okay. We just go with Qt6 then. Yeah, okay. All right, let's try Qt6 with min_GW 8.10, 64-bit for desktop application development. That sounds good. That sounds like something I would need. Yes, I know this. I have read it, actually. Thank you. Next. Ready to install. 1.81 gigabytes. That's fine. Install. Yes, please. Get on with it. So, what is Qt? It's a couple of languages in there. But it's a development library, a fully ranged library which has pretty things in it for visuals and stuff like that. Covers 3D development all the way up to animation. Covers, what else we got in there? What's it mostly used for? Dashboards in your car. You know those new electronic dashboards that you see in your car? That's Qt. Quite a lot of it's on your phone as well. So you would be amazed what this system is used for. If you follow C++ standard usage and follow the instructions in the manual for Qt, then you can do anything you want. It's got some very, very nice libraries in there, which you can use for anything. So, what are we going to do with it? I've just realised I've gone to the wrong thing now. Might have to delete this. No, I don't. It's fine. We'll be able to use it through Visual Studio. It does come packaged with its own editor called Qt Creator. It's on version 4.14. It's a very good editor. If anything, it's better than Visual Studio, but due to popular demand, I guess I have to use Visual Studio because that's what you lot will be using to learn on or whatever with any kind of company that you may be working for or studying that you're doing. You're probably using Visual Studio because that's the easiest to get hold of, the easiest to... No, it's not the easiest to use. Most versatile to use. It's not specific to anything. It's just a general type it in, good luck kind of a thing. Whereas this Qt Creator is specifically designed for writing Qt applications, which we may or may not be doing. We will be doing a little bit of Qt, at least. Because Qt does something wonderful. It gives us screens, windows. It gives full window management. Whereas if you go into Visual Studio and you just use what that gives you, you're in a world of hurt. It's called DirectX, and it's a lovely thing to use. I can use it if you want me to. It's your choice. If you want to know how to use DirectX, let me know. I'll use whatever people want. I'll program whatever people want. I don't care. This is about teaching. It's, well, not teaching, but giving information out. Luckily, this won't take long. So, what are we going to program? Well, whatever you want, really. But I'm going to start off with what every program does. I'll show you how every program in the world works, and then we are going to program something. No idea what yet, but hey ho, we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's all experimental, this. If you want to know what I am, I'm a research and developer. If you want to know what, well, system designer, really, by trade. I design systems, or people give me gobbledygook bunch of programming and say, how can we straighten this out into a system? So we will be using a system in our programming. Don't know which one yet. Any. And if people want to choose different systems along the way to see how they are programmed, I will do them. There's thousands of them, thousands out there. But my job is to create new ones. Which is fine. Oh, 80% already. It's a very, very big download. It's a fantastically big system that covers everything you ever wanted on a computer. I like the new setup. This is a lot better, a lot more professional. Qt started out originally as a library that some person wanted for windowing on different operating systems. So that's how it started out. And it started out as a little free library you could get just attached to your program. And now it's a fully developed system-wide integrated library for any system that you want. It's pretty good, at least. Oh, we're nearly done. Launch Qt Creator. Yes, please. So this is what happens when you launch Qt Creator. There we go. This is what we downloaded. Now, please take note. These are all examples on how to do things, and there are lots of them. I will not be using any of the examples unless you ask me to go through one or whatever. I will. I don't mind. I'll do anything you want. Just requests are welcome. Projects, we haven't got any, obviously. Tutorials, there's loads of videos and talks on different subjects. There's even a marketplace. Android tools. Charts. Lightweight publisher subscriber protocol fulfilling high security standards. Yeah. Machine to machine protocol utilizing the publish and subscribe. So that's interesting. Stuff like that. Nut. Advanced, powerful, and easy to use ORM for Qt5. Interesting. For which Qt? I asked for 6. Never mind. Projects. We are going to be using this. The only trouble is tools, options, environment, theme. Dark, design dark. I'll go for dark. Apply. Restart now. Oh, thank God for that. That's better. I can now see what I'm doing. How do we get started with our new project? Well, first of all, you need an idea. That's your first start point. So can we have an idea at all? Yeah, we might be able to. Pop you up. Hopefully that came up somewhere. Yes, it did. Here it is. Whee! Lovely. All right, let me just sort my desk out. Okay, this keyboard, what we're going to do with this keyboard, we're going to put it to one side a minute. Put it with the apple pies. You go with the apple pie. All right, we've got a pen. What size is that? Oh, pink. Yikes. We'll go blue, I think. Yeah, that should be all right. Let's get this moved. There we go. So, let's start by giving it a title, programming. So, in the beginning. Right, what do we need? A title. Right. Where do you start with programming? Well, unfortunately, it's not with a language. It's not with anything else like that. It's with an idea. Now, what is the system that all programs use? Let's see if we can do it. So it's that. And it's, I don't even know if I can get the boxes right. So that's input. And it's straight box. That. Process. That leads to another one of these weird boxes with this slightly thingy. That's output. Start. 2 lines. Your end. And you've got to have arrows in this because it's a flowchart. There's your flowchart. And that is the flowchart for every single program ever written in the world. Okay, so it's not very detailed. But it is correct. Which is amazing. So now we've written every program in the world in a flowchart. What do I mean by a solid idea? Well, you need to know what this input, process, and output is. Now, I'm going to talk about games programming because that's what I've been doing recently, and I'm getting more and more into it. So we'll stay with games. How about that? Let's think of a process within a game which is very involved, very detailed, and probably very advanced. But we're going to start it at the beginner, go through the intermediate, and go to advanced as we go. So everything's mixed in. Everything's mixed in. First of all, pick a language to program in. English. Can't think of a better one. But not any kind of English. I'm talking about the whole English language and how English it should be used. Not how it's spoken, but how it's written. Written English is slightly different from the spoken language. The spoken language has a lot of punctuation missing, for instance. The grammar within the spoken language is pretty bad, and the average person doesn't use very many words. Let's put it that way. I think to speak English, you have to learn about 22,000 words, but anyway, don't quote me on that. It's just a thing. It's in my head for some reason. So you need a solid idea. Programming language will use English. It's good enough language. I can speak it, so it should be a good enough language, and I can even understand it. A solid idea, games programming. Games. What type of game should we have? An RPG is what I like doing, or what I'm working with at the moment. So we'll have an RPG. Which part of the RPG shall we look at? What haven't I done so far? May as well do something we can add to the RPG. How about items and equipment? I think that's a big enough subject. Yeah, we can do that. So that's a solid idea. Okay. We have our process, our program, which is the same as every single other program ever written. We have a game. We've decided we're going to be programming a game, an RPG, items and equipment. What will that entail? Now, here's the thing. Once you've got the idea, you've then got to try and understand what the idea is. And ideas can be very, very tricky things that you want one thing, but when you start programming, you get something completely different. And that's usually the case. Well, for most people anyway. A lot of games start in the right direction, and then halfway through, they seem to just diverge off into this generic pulp of rubbish and spaghetti code, because the system was never integrated at the beginning. The whole thing was never built to comply with the future. So you've got must comply with future, with the future use. So whatever we do, it must comply with future expected use. Right, so I'm going to throw a spanner in the works here. I'm going to say equivalent to MMORPG. So that's massively multiple players. Massive multiplayer online role-playing game. How about that? An MMORPG. So that is multiple people accessing the system at once. i.e. thousands of players at once. Oops. Went over a little bit on that one. Okay. So that's thrown a spanner in the works, hasn't it? But now we've completed the picture. Let's write a program that thousands of people can use at the same time that will deal with items and equipment for a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. That's huge. And the simplest way of saying how huge it is how many items are in World of Warcraft at this moment in time? Thousands? Millions? Does anybody know? Is there a stat online for it? I doubt it. I doubt they'll tell you. Right. I think we better chop and save that. Can we do that? I don't know. What's this? Doesn't tell me. What's this? OneDrive. Meet. Microphone. Network. What happened to that clippy thingy? Not here anymore. Ink and pen and things. I don't know. Right, so that's cleared off there. So what we need to do is set up an environment within which we can attempt. No, not attempt. We can program this idea of items in a multiplayer online game. Now, you're wondering, this is where Qt comes in. Now, if you were wondering, unfortunately, because Qt will allow us to set up a development environment which is very useful. Very, very useful because it handles Windows very nicely. It also handles tables excellently. Now, if you are a beginner programmer, you've probably got no idea how to start something like that, which is fine because I'm going to show you. If you are an intermediate programmer, you've probably got a feeling there's going to be a lot of data involved. And you'd be right. Each item needs to have is a data set. And just by me saying that, the advanced programmers are saying, data set. That sounds like a database. It does. You're quite right. Are we going to use one? Nope. In the 1980s, I would have said, yeah. You'd have to use one. You wouldn't have a choice. And unfortunately, that seems to have stuck around for a little bit too long, and computers have gone far way past the idea of a database. They're redundant. They are redundant these days. Computers can handle a damn sight more information than you can place in a database. But we've just said how many items are in World of Warcraft. Thousands, millions. That's a lot of data. Without a database, you'd be very surprised what a modern computer can do. And this is the interesting thing, because what we're going to do now is start setting up an environment in which we can create items, and then we're going to be able to make them on the fly, destroy them on the fly, and also locate them, find reference them in any way, shape or form we wish to. And I'm going to complicate it even more halfway through. So, new program. Qt widgets application or a console application? I want Qt widgets, please. Application for the desktop includes a Qt designer-based main window. So it does that for us. So let's choose that. Untitled, it is. And I put my keyboard somewhere. Here, keyboard, come back to me. Let's call it Really? Hello. Thank you. Let's call this RPG. RPG. Now use an underscore. I always do that. Equipment. If you want me to go into more details about anything whilst I am doing anything, or you want me to change what I'm doing to something else, let me know, please. Equipment. Design. Development. Dev. I like to use dev. I've done it in capitals, so I'll do the last bit in capitals as well. It matters. C. No, thank you. Browse. I will go to there. New folder. We'll call it Twitch. Programming. Remember, whatever I say is not a rule. It is merely a suggestion. You can do what you want. So I'll select that folder. Good. We're on the user drive, Twitch programming. And I'll have that as my default location. Next. Build system is QMake. Yeah, that'll do. Fine. Next. Class name, main window. Let's call it dev window. Yeah. DEV window. Oh. Cancel. No. That's bad. I want this in capitals. I bet it's under here, and I can't change it. Oh, maybe. Maybe we can. Behavior. Environment. System keyboard. Locator. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Interface. Never mind. Am I allowed to do it? Or will it complain at me? Oh. I don't know if it'll do it or not. There's an option you're supposed to do. I want everything with capitals on it. Matters a lot to me. Base class is the Qt main window, which is a class which handles Windows, and it's very easy to use. Very easy to use. Next. If you plan to translate, yeah, Qt also gives full translations, so you can make it multilingual. Oh, I've got an emote, and I don't know what that emote is, but hello. Hello there. And that's come from Anime Dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello there to you too. Language none, translate no, don't want those. That just confuses everything. Desktop details. Ooh. Holy moly, what's this lot? Ba-da-ba. I'm going to leave it alone. I don't really care that much. Going to confuse our poor little Visual Studio, isn't it? I think we can do better. If I put browse. Oh, right. There's no folder to select, that's why. Okay, next. Add as a subproject to other project. Nope. Add to version control. I've got Git installed. If you haven't installed Git, please do so. So we'll have that. That gives us a git ignore file. And maybe not at this stage. No. That will confuse Visual Studio because it will try and put its own git ignore file in, won't it? Because it's stupid like that. There we go. Done. Scanning for tests. Well, it's red because there aren't any. Any messages down the bottom? No. No issues. It's given us the dev window, CPP, which looks like that. You probably can't see this. Control to about 150. Is that good? 70? 80. Okay. That's big. There we go. We can see that now. So we've got our. This is why I wanted the capitals. And it's. Oh, I forgot to do the. You can't do the UI. Doesn't matter. UI can stay lowercase. That's fine. So, it's set up a window for us in C++. It's a programming language. I'm going to ignore it. In main, it's set up an application for us, a Windows application in this case. It's called this class here with all its paraphernalia. And then it's asked to show it, and it will continue to run the window or execute the program until we close the window. Okay, and it will return if there's a problem or not. So, how do we run this? Well, there's little things down the left-hand side here, and one of them is run. We're in debug mode. Do I want to run it? No, I don't. As soon as I run it, everything will go. I'll get loads and loads of files, so I don't want to do that. And that's the end of that. C++, it's a language for programming. Are we going to really go into it? You can if you want. Don't mind. We also get this. That's what our window looks like. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. So we can put like gadgets, buttons, stuff on it. I can do that now if you want. No, I won't. Not until we've got it on screen. And that's Qt Creator. Qt Creator gives you this, which is really nice. So like push button, you can do that. Well, you got a push button. You can now program that. Go to slot. We'll program that push button. There we go. I'll get rid of that. Don't need this anymore. Next there. Don't really need this. This is the editor. It's very simple, straightforward. It's got all the stuff at the bottom. Very nice editor. And it does do test results. I am interested in test results, so I'm not going to close this. I'll just pop it there for a moment. Will that confuse? Yes, it will. Sorry, I will close it. So File. Close all. Close all projects and editors. So there we go. It's now come up here as our project. And it tells me where it is, which is pretty important. I know where it is. Right, so we've got Qt and we've got Visual Studio. Continue without code. Little tiny bit at the bottom. So this is the beauty of Visual Studio. Very simple. It does nothing until you tell it to. So extensions. 1 second. There we are. Yes, please. So when you download it, you'll have Visual Studio Installer. And all I'm going to ask of you is to click on one thing. If you can notice, nothing. Oh, tick, C++, just because it matches with Qt. Node.js Azure. If we were not using Qt, we would be on that one there. .NET desktop development with C#, Visual Basic, F#, .NET Core, and .NET. Let's get complicated. No, thank you. So that's how you would download it. Just make sure that one's ticked. It'll give you all of that stuff, including Git for Windows. Make sure you've got that. That helps. Okay. tools. Oh, extensions. Manage your extensions. All right. Online. Let's look up Qt. Here we go. What have we got here? QTitan Data Grid now. Integrates Qt and Qt into Visual Studio. Developing, building, and debugging projects based on GNU toolchain. That's interesting. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going to go for this top one. I haven't looked at that one. Wow, blind. Oh, it has disassembly, does it? Right. If I want to do Android. Right, got you. Got you. No, it's not what I want. I just want generic. So download. Your changes will be scheduled. The modifications will begin when all Microsoft Visual Studio windows are closed. Close. Close. And wait. And Twitch Studios messing me about again. Full screen. Got it. Right, all right, we've found it again. All right, we're back on screen again. Sorry about that, I wasn't watching carefully. It's when I change IDEs, or programs, it seems to mess up Twitch Studio for some reason. Right, Vis6 installer came up, so that is for the Qt Visual Studio tools. Modify. So I don't know how much of that you saw. Great. Probably not enough. If I have to re-show you, then I have to re-show you. Just let me know. Don't mind. If there's anything that gets missed and you want to know more information about something, just let me know. There you go. Modifications done. Close. Let's see if this wrecks the screens again. Again, at the very, very bottom in small writing, continue without code. We don't want any code yet. But now we have something different. We should have tools. Extensions. There we go. Qt VS Tool comes up under extensions at the top. We can go now down to the Qt options and add Qt. Qt versions. Add version name Qt6. Path is Qt 6. What have you given us? There's your binaries. Includes libraries. Is that separate? It is. That one. Okay. So mine's on C /Qt /60 0.1 backslash mingw81 underscore 64. I know it's written small on the screen, that's why I read it out. Okay. The following error registering Qt version. Okay. Interesting. I bet we got the wrong Qt version, it won't accept it. Right. There's no OK there. Oh, I see, they've got the compiler as MSVC. Oh my god, it's not here anymore, is it? I really wanted to use this. There's no MSVC on it. Damn. Okay, first problem. So I want Qt for Visual Studio 2019. Okay, this bypasses the Qt tools. All right. Qt installation of Visual Studio 2019. Codecs. Okay. Damn. Right. No problem. Think what I'll have to do then is go back to the Qt. Yeah, I've got Qt 6. And it hasn't got everything that I wanted. Uninstall. Can I not just update? Remove all components. Add or remove components next. Let's see what they've given me. Oh, I see. Preview. Oh no. No. So it's 5.15.2 that we need. That one. There's the MSVC. Yeah, it's here. 5. We can't use 6. We're gonna have to use 5.15.2. So deselect that one. Oh, it does have the MSVC there. Deselect. Hold on a minute. Qt5. Qt. Ooh, I didn't know I had this. Qt Quick Timeline. What does that do? Enables keyframe-based animations. Oh, chuck that in just in case we have some fun with it. Put that in. Do I need the sources? Yes, I do. Do I need Android? Why not? So that gives me the whole of 6. Yeah, okay, next. Update. Let's see if it works now. We don't have the Microsoft files which Qt provides. We only have the Linux files. Which, funnily enough, is Linux and Apple Mac. If people didn't know, Apple Mac is developed on Linux. Yeah, it took me by surprise. I thought they'd done their own system. They haven't. Alright, let's get this lot downloaded. Oh. Don't need to close that. I'm not altering anything here. Did I leave Qt open? No, I didn't. Good. Don't do this with Qt open. Never update stuff with the thing that you're updating open or in use. It will mess up. Trust me, we're on Windows 10. God. I think that's its age. It acts like a 10-year-old. So I'm guessing Windows 10 is its age. So it wasn't bad publicity they gave. They gave the truth. Microsoft told us the truth. You're buying an age 10 Windows, and it's going to act like a 10-year-old. And it does. It throws its own tantrums and everything. It's wonderful. The funny thing is, hello, Muppet. You're scattering around my equipment again. Windows never misbehaves itself for me. It has weird moments, but it tends not to mess me about. It's not compatible with all the equipment I've got, but anyway. A fact of life, if you want your program to work, program on Linux, don't program it in Windows. The beauty of Qt is that it will be automatically, well, you'll be able to download it onto a Windows machine and just build it using Qt Creator. Not a problem. It'll do it for you. No conversions needed. As long as you don't use any Linux or Windows specific stuff. And Windows.h is not a Windows 10 file. It's just a utility for Windows. And it means the Windows like this square thing here, as in the operating system, which is very confusing. Confused me for a number of years. I wonder if this will work. I told you, none of this is planned. It's all experimental. So you're seeing the real thing, the real experience that you get programming on Windows. I'm already having a nightmare. I was going to do something nice and simple today. And I'm now ending up doing research and development on Windows systems and Qt. Modern programming. This is great. I advise everybody to include Qt within their programming, if Qt will allow it. When I sent them an email saying, will they allow me to use it for my development of a game? And they said no. We sent an email off to the game manufacturer for a game system, and they sent one back saying no. So we are developing from scratch, and we don't have an item system at the moment, but that doesn't worry me because I think we're going to cover most of that using this, whatever we develop here. Now, let's start from the new programmer's perspective. A new programmer would not have known about this solution, to where to look. Fair enough, I did that through experience because I'm a researcher. For intermediate programmers, you probably would have got Qt working yourself. And for advanced programmers, this is just normal. This is expected behavior. So don't worry about it. Nothing is going to be done in 10 seconds. Nothing ever is. Not with Windows 10 anyway. Takes its lovely little time. Which is fine, because I'm still not able to type very well at the moment. I'm quite happy to use mouse. I think we've got a good idea of what I've got in mind now. That will change. It's all changeable. All experimental stuff can change in a line of code. Hopefully for the better, not for the worse. And I'm going to tell you some secrets along the way of different ways of programming and how to, and expected results and things like that. Because it's very important that you do your programming in a certain way, but we'll go through that as we get there, I think. I intend these to be more like lectures, and hopefully I'll be able to catch things in chat if anybody wants to interact with these lectures. And we'll do whatever the interaction is. And hopefully that'll give people not a help file. I don't want to be a help file, but a learning tool so they can interact with me as a learning experience rather than me just saying, this is how it should be done. Well, there isn't any way in the world anything should be done in any kind of way. There isn't a way to do it. And I'll tell you why as we go. You programmed it takes how it should be done, not you. These people who say, oh, you've got to use this system, that system, or another system, turn around and say, but I want to program. I don't want to program that system. That system does not fit the program. You can't impose a system on a program. You can take a program and make it into a system. Big difference. The flow of a program makes a huge, huge difference. I think we did. I was doing flow control a few weeks back on the game that I'm doing. Oh, if you're interested in the game, by the way, it's done from scratch and everything's been recorded. It's all on YouTube at Fraser Sharp web YouTube page, which you can get below here. If you look under the chat tab, is it, or something like that? One of the tabs below will have my YouTube sticker on it. I'll just click on that. You'll have the whole of that game from scratch, literally from a blank screen to what it is now. It's quite good. There's actually some very good systems programming in that. I'm very happy with the results. But the system is going to change, as we're about to find out. Another reason why I wanted to do this separately and not just dive into it on the game and just say, oh, this is how it should be done. No, I didn't want to do that. Installing component sources. Thank you. Explore a range of helpful content in the Qt Resource Center. I might do, actually. I'm not sure, though. That's interesting. They have white papers and customer cases. So there's a lot of information that they have collected together. There was something else I noticed on the web page. Just have a look. Ouch. Qt. Designing and prototyping with Qt. Yeah, you can see that these are for cars, like dashboard interactions. Got some very good ones for that. Yeah, designers, developers. Execute your brand's design vision without compromise. Yeah, you can do that. Qt Design Studio. And you can see here, they've got a house integration panel for temperature control. What's Qt Design Studio and have I used it? Oh, it's in QML. Interesting. So they've got a mixture of C++ and QML, which is the Qt markup language. .2D UI designs, 3D designs. Yeah. This is the thing that's interesting me, but I would prefer a bit more 3D. It's... I don't think that should be there. But anyway. Development tools. This is Qt Creator, which we've just had a quick look at. It's got the UI building tool, which I showed you. Oh, ouch. Can I not turn this dark? Is there no dark setting on there? Default theme, light. Dark. Okay. Ah. The page still comes up in white, it just makes the border dark. Oh, you're special. I'll read through that offline, I think. And we'll include it in whatever we do. I am going to close this just in case. I am just wondering why it's taking so long. Oh, I clicked the source files, that's why. People will say, why did he click the source files? We may come across things that we need the source files for. Yes. So it's extracting everything, I get you. We could have a coffee break, I suppose. Well, I've got some drink here. Any questions? Oh, just anime dude. Saying hi. That's okay. Oh! One of my recommended channels is on. Alright. I would show you an items equipment system at this point to say this is what it could look like. But you're not getting that because it's extracting. And I know that Windows can't do two things at once. Multitasking is not something Windows can do very well. Unfortunately. As was shown by the screen going to stupidity mode earlier in Twitch Studio. Okay. Alright, so we've now got MSVC, Microsoft Visual C. Yeah. Wonder what happened to that. Should I be concerned? Should I do something about it? Should I use it? Who cares? I want the compiler from it. Okay, so I've got all that now. Ooh, we're getting Android stuff. That's good. Go back up a minute. I want to see what it's done. Yeah, we've got the compiler. We've got OpenGL, which is what we're going to need as well. I always like using OpenGL for my Windows. Yeah, we've got everything. Android ARM. So we're getting C language Android, ARM version 7, ARM version 64. Sorry, 64-bit, ARM 64-bit, version 8A. Qt Quick, so we've got 3D controls there. And shader tools. I'm interested in that one there. Qt shader tools for MSVC 2019, 64-bit. It's in lowercase. We might be looking for that lot. I'm not bothered about the Android stuff. MinGW810. Oh, yes, we have to delete, don't we? Okay, there's nothing there. Here. Yeah, we'll have to delete. We'll have to do that again. Not opening any other program, is it? Working on it. Okay. Told you couldn't multitask. Update finished. Next. Finish. Is this done? Microsoft? Can you not delete files? Yeah, it's done. Thank you. Qt Creator. That one. You'll see there's now different options when we press new. We'll take the same one. RPG underscore equipment underscore dev. Twitch programming uses default. Next. Qmake next. Cancel. File naming. Here we go. C++. No. Yes. Yep. Okay, apply. New. RPG equipment score dev. No. Yep. Next. I'll call it dev window. Yeah. Next. Next. This is where it gets different. I want to untick that one and tick that one and check the details. MSVC 2019 64-bit. Blah, 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 blah. I wonder why this has changed. Let me just change this. Totally. Well, that's fine then, if they want to change it. Next. Nope, nothing there. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, finish. Do not run. There we go, exactly the same as it was before. But there are differences which are under the hood, as it would say. It's now in MSVC mode. File. Close all. Close all projects and editors. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. Continue without code. Tools. No extensions. Qt options. Add. Qt 6.0.1 path is now that one. MSVC 2019-64. I don't want the other one. I've got all the Android stuff now if we need it. We've got the source code if we need it. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Done. We now have Qt available to us. Yeah. Quite simple. Quite simple to do. You just download it and add it to your extensions. And now we can file, open, project solution, open from GitHub, ooh, new, not coming up, close, restart, continue without code. Do I have the ability to? No, that's the wrong place. Tools, extension, Qt. Ah, here we go. Open Qt project file. I'll click on that. And we're on the wrong place. You. Twitch programming. There's your project file. Open. And this is where the magic starts. You must open the file manually. QMaking Qt3 does not support generation of Visual Studio 2005.vc proj files. Do I care? Has it done it? Is it going to do it? Where is it? You're joking me. Why is this system being so awkward? It's wrong. That message was wrong. All right. Uh, da-ba-da-ba-doo, da-ba-da-ba-doo. Plus equals core GUI. Right. Plus equals widgets. That's wrong. I would say we should at least be using 14. No. 19. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Defines, yeah. Source, yeah. Header, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Don't need you. Hash that lot out. There's something missing here. Alright, that's not needed. And we need space. Space there. We've got all the spaces correct. All it needs to know is that it's C++, it's Qt core GUI widgets, source headers forms. Should be able to open that. It should. Well, it's put the debug and release in. You better do it. No, it can't do it. Let's have a look. See what it's done. Yeah? What's wrong with that? I don't understand. It's all here. That's Qt, by the way. That's your library. Just wonder why it wouldn't do that. Form files. Yep, that's there. Double click on it. Yep, opens up the correct thing. Locked window. Template forms. Yep, fantastic. Nothing. Great. Okay. So this is our window that we have. Now the be some problems with this, most likely. So we're going to have to deal with those. Oh, we do have the mock pre-deaths. Okay. Now, can we see that properly? Do we need more? I think we need more on that. That'll do. So that's our program. Does it run? Let's find out. Where's it built? Oh, wait a minute. Don't you dare run it. Highlight the name. Right click. Properties at the bottom. Right. Active debug x64. Fantastic. Right, this will only deal with active debug, active x64. Good. Yeah, everything's okay there. Don't need to change that, do we? To active. Nope, just debug. Okay. Intermediate. Target name. Yes. Configuration type. Yes. exe. Windows SDK version. Okay. No. Latest installed version. Platform toolset. Yes. Oh, they put it to C++17. Have I got the profile here? I haven't, have I? There's a button here somewhere. There it is. Yes, please. Okay, whatever. We just put it up. I didn't know which one it was going to choose. I just wanted a number higher. So 17 it is. Thank you for that. That's good news. Get back to these properties. C language. Legacy MSVC. No. I want 17, please. So I want these two to match. Standard C 2017. Well, issued in 2018, but never mind, apply that. Right, that's configuration general. Advanced, is there anything? No, debugging. Fine. That's okay. Directories. Looks good. It's actually finding these. So that's looking good. Qt project. Installation Qt 601, yeah. Core GUI widgets. Okay. Okay. Oh, we do have QML as well. That's good news. Oh my god, we've got the meta... Oh, wow, we have it all here now. Oh, that's fantastic. We've actually got a C override as well. That is brilliant. This has come a long way in the last 5 years. That's very good. Okay, yes, thank you. Got parallel processing on there. Warnings. Now, this is a bone of contention. Let's just have a look at it. Wait a minute. Additional include directories. Just make sure we're okay with that. Edit. Qt include path, thank you. It's all integrated now. Debug information format. Just gonna edit and continue. No, we will leave it on ZI. Never mind. Windows, no. Suppress startup banner. Okay. Warning level. Bone of contention. What do we use? You should use all. Okay. We'll go to 4. Remember, we haven't tried to build this yet. Treat warnings as errors. Bone of contention. The answer is yes. But I don't change it here. You've got to do that by disciplining yourself and sorting things out. Warning version. Edit. Nothing there. Macros. Is there anything under this? Versions? Warnings and versions. We could use VS version. That's default. Cancel. Don't need anything in there. Just use that. Diagnostics format. Column. Yeah, okay. SDL checks. Security development lifecycle. Enabling additional secure code generation features and enables extra security relevant warnings and errors. Are you interested in the security of your program? I am not. And I don't think that Microsoft will give me enough help by enabling this to make my program secure. I can tell you how to make your program secure later on if you want me to. Multiprocess compilation, yes. Enable address sanitizer. Experimental, leave alone. Optimization, no. All optimization must be disabled. Preprocessor. What have you got in this preprocessor? Inherited Qt defines, yeah. That's fine. Yeah, okay. I'm not using any, so it doesn't matter. No. Okay. Code generation. Be very careful with some of these. Multi-threaded debug. Yeah, okay. If you can handle it. Ha ha. And advanced. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Happy with that. It must be under that then. Yeah, inherited. Great. It's all there. Manifest, blah, 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 blah. Code analysis. I may have to go to code analysis, but I hope not. Right, so I've gone through the C++, the linker, and usually just the general and advanced on the configuration properties, just make sure everything's okay. Now, I will ask it to build the solution. It's doing everything correctly, and it succeeded. Shall we run it? Hopefully it won't crash. Auto hide, okay. Running it. There you go. We have a window. And we haven't done any programming whatsoever. Got a window with one of them, one of them, and one of them. So let's see what's happening in the background here. Every time I shake the window, a little bit of ripple will come along the processors. I'll shake the program around, and there's not. There it is. Oh, there it was. Thank you. I knew it was going to do that. Because that's... thank you. A little bit of ripple comes up. The shake thing should not be on the desktop. It should be for something else. Processing memory is 9 megabytes. Well, it's 8.3 is the correct value. What we've got to look for is an increase in process memory at any time during running this thing. There will be, because as it's running, it's also generating debug information and creating a database for debugging. So that 8.3 should go up. It is not a memory leak. It's actually come down now. Yeah, 8.2. It's come down because it's found out it doesn't need some stuff, so it's thrown it away. Okay. And that's it. We've got our window. This is what we're going to use, this window. Okay. If I double click on Dev UI, what happens? We get that. If I click on this, we get an object name, Dev window. Geometry, 800 by 600. Just 800 by 600. We're not going to ask it to take up the whole screen or anything like that. We can set a minimum and maximum size, which it's got 0 and maximum, obviously. Palette. There you go. That's its palette. Just clicking on that thing there. Display widgets. Why is it loading something? Quick. Let's go. That one. Dark blue. Okay, so I've just changed it to dark blue. Save. File. Close. New form. Alright. Close. Run. And see what it does. There we go. That's a bit better. We've now got our dev window in blue. Again, no programming so far. So how's all of this working? Well, first of all, we've got a few bits here. Let's explain what's going on. I'll turn a light on as well. We have a couple of things up at the top that are included in the wrong order. You'll see what I do with this in a minute. Remember, I've got this button clicked here. So this form's generated and all this lot, I'm not using it. Got a button here clicked, show all files. I'll be using this display. I want to see what's in here. I don't want to see what Microsoft want me to see. I want to see them all. Dev window W. Now goes crinkly. Why? It's undefined. So by moving that, we've caused an error. That's interesting. Control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Now it's fine. Why would that be? Come on, get your wrinklies up. Put it here. There's the wrinklies. Paste. That's better, thank you. It's because our editor is slow. And the IntelliSense, the helpfulness is very slow. And I don't know how to put this. It's a bit awkward, but it's a bit rubbishy. Yeah, I think that's a better way of putting it. Yeah, it's a bit rubbishy. Yeah. So we are going to change the way this operates. This is from Qt. So // means let's put a note. We're going to change that as well. Included from Qt 6.0.1. That's that one. Just do that. Okay. This is included from current directory, from the current directory. That's why it's got little dash marks there. It's within our stuff. That is external to our stuff and is somewhere else on the computer. Put some little stars there. Have a look. Go. Now what's this thing here? Okay. This is the main function. The main function, which is the start or entry point. This is the main function, which is the start or entry point for the execution of our program. There we go. That, don't put space. And at the bottom of that, I can now put a some little stars. Yeah. Make those a bit bigger. Make it all look pretty. Now, the main function. It's called main. It has to be called main. It can't be called anything else, or the computer won't know where to start. It has to have a set starting place, and int main is that place. argc and argv are two variables which can be passed in from the command line. So you can start our program Our program's called RPG Equipment Dev. I'll show you actually. Actually, no, I won't. We'll do that next time. So let's put that there. That there. There. Queue application. A Windows application or no, it isn't. It's an interrupt application loop is created for our program. A standard Qt window which we can program ourselves if we wish to. That's a functional command to show the window on the screen. Returns and exits program when last window closed. The value equals an error code where 0 equals no error. There you go. So that's a quick interpretation of that. That's 1p. Yeah. That interrupt is how, yes, this is where the problem with programming in English begins. Because if you want to program in English, there's one thing you have to do, and that is you have to know how a computer works. Now, this may surprise you. On all the computer courses that I've looked into over the years, and that's been quite a few, none, and I mean none, of them tell you how a computer works. And that's where my lectures or my tutorials or whatever you want to call these sessions. Oh, hello again, Anime Dude. Good to see you, mate. If you're programming anything yourself or you want to ask questions about absolutely anything that I'm doing, please feel free. You will find that I will program in English. The only reason I didn't program this part in English is because it's all been done for us. I haven't done a thing so far. And we've already got a window on the screen in blue. Bing! Isn't that so pretty? Disappointingly, it takes up about 8 megabytes of space. But there is a full application being generated for us behind the scenes. You have to take that into consideration. So the next thing, I'm working on a new game. Oh, excellent. I like working on games. It's my favourite hobby, shall we say. I do 3D if I can. Well, I can, so I do. If you see what I mean. Yeah, if there's anything I can help you with, I mean, I'm very, very happy to try things out for you. I'm going to be doing a role-playing game, equipment system. Well, we better put these notes in, haven't we? We're about to start down. Put this in. I'm glad to see people are actually programming games again. It's good to see. I'm in the middle of programming my game. It is going to be an RPG. It's a 3D version of the 1985 Rogue game currently. And once I've got it all sorted, I'll start expanding it into multiplayer and a full RPG. And it's in 3D. You use Scratch? Wow. What on earth for? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. That's bad. Yeah, anything that you want to use is great. I use nothing. Absolutely nothing. In fact, I'm not even sure half the time what programming language I'm programming in. Everything becomes English after a while. Depends how you program, I suppose. That's the beauty of programming, though. You can make it do whatever you want. I don't have any experience using Scratch, but if you have questions on it, please ask. Just because I haven't any experience of using it doesn't mean I can't answer it. You find it quite strange. First things first, let's write down what this application is going to be. This is our program here, main. Our main program is only going to do a couple of things. It's going to give us a window. Qt is going to give us the interrupt application in the background, which we're going to ignore for quite a bit. The show function we'll work with a little bit to show some buttons and stuff, but not too much. And we'll develop our window a little bit. We'll put probably OpenGL in there because I like using 3D. You know, something in there. We might not need to actually on this one because we're only doing equipment. We can do that without. If somebody wants me to do it with OpenGL, I will do so. So, program objective. Let's see now. To create a simple equipment system that can be plugged into an existing or future RPG/MMO game. There you go. That's a bit long. About there. There you go. Do that as well. Space. Make it look pretty. That's what we should do. Everybody should program pretty. This is all going to change as well. I've got a feeling about this. And there we go. That's what we're doing. And on that note, let's have a look at chat. It's a platformer. Oh, right. Well, that's why, yeah, use Scratch. It's good for that, actually. There's quite a few different systems that you can use for platformers. I should point you towards the Qt one, but I'm not going to because they've been about as helpful to me as a kick in the face, so I don't think I'll bother with that. As soon as I asked them about 3D, they just weren't interested. And I thought, yeah, you're not interested in the future. You're just interested in people making a quick buck or something. Quick $1 or $2 on the generic game scene, which is fine. Platformers, I like platformers. My favourite platform was Donkey Kong on the BBC Model B. God, when was that? 1981, 1982? God knows. It was good though. It was actual arcade quality on a 32K machine. No graphics card. Oh, by the way, I do all of my 3D programming without a graphics card as well. Yes. Because we don't need them anymore. We used to when processors couldn't handle it. Nowadays, processors can handle it. You can make your platformers into 3D. I've seen a lot of adverts now, especially coming up on Twitch. The new platformer type games, but they're all 3D-ish. Maybe not totally 3D, but they have 3D elements to them. I can't remember if Scratch allows you to do that. And I can't remember what the Qt system was called because I lost interest in it. I think I'm still subscribed to them though. Pardon? Oh, right. It wanted me to save my project format out. God knows why, because I don't use it. I don't know what these emotes are, you know. Cheers. Yeah, I know. I do things in a strange way. I program without limits, put it that way. I like free reign over the computer. Now, I was talking about how does the computer work. And this is a bit awkward, really, because over the years, they haven't changed the way they work. And they still operate in the same way. So, computers basically work on binary, and they have the ability to add two binary numbers together, record an overflow if needed. They have the ability to compare two binary numbers, and that's it. That's all they can do, really. Mm. Yeah. Anything else they can do? They can retrieve data from memory, from disk, from anywhere you want. They can save data to anywhere you want. Can't think of much more they can do. Okay. No, that's about it. There's a few caveats on computers, so let's have a look at the caveats. Count up to 10. I will ask. That's the first question I will ask anybody who says, I want to be a programmer. And if they turn around and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I say, go away. You will never become a programmer because of this caveat. Computers count from 0. To count to 10 on a computer, you have to go 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, up, you missed out a number there, Blades. Yes, I did. I said count up to 10. I just did. No, you didn't. You counted up to 9. No. Computers count from 0. There is a number 0. In English, there isn't. So we've got a problem here with English and our mathematics. So, let's see if I watch your eyes. White screened. I knew it was going to white screen. That's why I said watch your eyes. Wiki. Inclusive and exclusive maths. Okay. It's a counting technique that computes the number of elements that satisfy at least one of several properties while guaranteeing that element. Oh, this is cobblers. It's about the inclusion of the 0, basically. Okay. I'll give you an idea of what I mean. If you go to the counter of any shop, you will give them money and they will give you change. That system of handing over money and receiving change does not have a 0. We do not have a coin or a note or any money valued at 0. So that number is not used. So if something costs £10.99, you give them £11, they give you 1p change. Yeah. Well, they don't give it to me. I say you can keep it. Now, is that inclusive or exclusive? I think that's exclusive. That's why I was looking it up. I can never get them the right way around. Addition. No, subtraction. talking about. This is very important. Inclusive. Don't know if it'll come up. There we go. Yeah. So it's the inclusive. Thank you. Right. That is correct because you start at 0. Right. Okay. That's not very helpful. God, it's grade 4 to 6. Right. Yeah, you got duration 0 days from the start. Yeah, exactly. We've got problems with maths. Because computers count from 0. So the maths that you see or the calculations that happen may look a bit weird. And this brings me back to this here. If I put one argument on the command line and send it into the program, argc will become 1. Argv will store that number in 0. Or does it? Shall we find out? This is actually interesting, because I can tell you that I'm wrong already. We can't find out because I haven't done a do free. A command line. Can we use the command line? Okay. Yeah. Not in there. Not in the linker. No. Project settings, yeah. Ba-ba-ba-bum. I can never tell. I can never remember where anything is on this thing. Probably in advanced, and I might look. Minimal, no, 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 no. Security, no, 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 no. Oh, language. Nope. Output files. We've got an exe, haven't we? Advanced. Compile as. Wonder why it's taken out 4577 and 4467. I didn't ask it to. Ah. Okay. Yeek. Yeah, you can do it. Yes, 2019. Option to run program from command line. No. No. There we go. Here it is. So the command line arguments. Pass command line arguments to program, yep, invoked from the command line, but how do you do it from Visual Studio? You want to test your application, blah, blah, blah. Right click on project from Solution Explorer and select Properties. Debug tab. It's a different one, isn't it? Build, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Single startup project, blah, 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 yeah. There's nothing on that page. No. Doesn't, no. No. Okay. Debug, yeah. Command line. Ah. You do. Now I remember that one. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo. That's for making it manifest. Where's everything gone these days? Is it this one? Specifies a command line for the custom build tool. Oh, no. For the pre-build event tool. No. Nothing in there. Where's the run option gone? That's interesting. Oh, we have the oxygen. Do we? No. Okay. Where is our exe? Yeah. There's the exe. Okay, can it or can it not? I've just asked it to open. I don't think it can do it. Wow, this is a really bad development environment. It can't do things that it says it's got. Ah. Where's it? Does it put it in the background? No. Do we have it anywhere? No. Debug. Okay. Can open it here. I've got PowerShell. All right, let's have a look at PowerShell. Is it ls in PowerShell? It is. Okay. So that will be /RPG equipment _dev .exe. And nothing happened. Well, that's useful, isn't it? Thank you. It's in the Properties tab, and I'm not going to go through it now then. So what would happen, or if I was to do this and show you the experiment anyway, I'll give you the results. When I run it the first time, argc and argv 0 will be taken up by the path and the command that you used to start the program. If you then put an argument in, it will go into argc1 and be saved into argv1, whatever the command was. I will show you this properly when we do when we start displaying things, because that's going to be the first thing we do actually. Get the display going in some way. And then I can show you that 0 on these two actually is something, and it's where the program is on the computer. So that's how it gets around the 0, count from 0 error, which a lot of people fall into the trap for. Counting from 0 is a big problem for human beings, so we have to be careful about that. Any more caveats I can think about? Oh, yeah. Computers can only add or compare two numbers in binary. Okay. That is a statement and a half. Because that's how a computer works. I compare, and then it works on the overflows and comparisons and all the rest of it to come up with the correct answer. Now, computer logic. This might be going a bit too far. I said this is going to go from the basics to advanced, didn't I? So we're going to do the base. This is the advanced. Intermediate was compare two numbers in binary. That's your intermediate. Your advanced is computer logic was developed. This is really going to blow somebody's mind. Using AND gates only. I have to put those in quotes. So I now have to say what, okay, an AND gate. What is an AND gate? Quickly put up a pen. I can. Yeah, we get a pen. There it is. Good. Around, so it's the correct way up. So I don't try and draw sideways. Right. An AND gate. The symbol for an AND gate is as follows. Zero or one, 0 or 1, 0 or 1. In, out. Now, that means that there are two lines going in. So there is line, we say A and B. And this is going to be out. So we've got A and B. A can be 0 or 1. B can be 0 or 1. The other combinations that you can have are... Actually, we'll do them properly. Yeah, we'll do it the other way. Might be better. So we have, what do we have? We have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. That is the combinations allowable for A and B. All right. Now, all of you intermediates and advanced will know what I'm about to do. Result or out. 0 and 0. Both are 0. So out is true. Let's call that 1. So the 0 and 1, then no. Those aren't the same. So that's false. 1 and 0, they're not the same. That's false. And I've drawn my diagram wrong, haven't I? 1 and 1, that's true. A lot of people will put false there. Can't remember where you put it. I think it's a line or something. No. Pointer, please. Inclusive and gate. I bet this doesn't come up. The X. I don't care about you. Whoa, what just happened there? Oh, it goes at the front. And it doesn't exist. I thought not. That's interesting. So we're going to have to use that one. Okay. I didn't know if it existed or not. Doesn't. So I have to change that. I wanted to check it. I don't want to give you false information. Right. Can't put that thing there. Right. So that's an AND gate. Two things have to match to be true. Otherwise, they are false. But 0, 0 results are also false. Lovely. Let's make sure I'm right. Inclusion, yeah. There's only one logic gate they use. Yeah, output 1, that's only on the bottom one. Yeah, that's right. Good. I'm right now. So that is true no matter what. And that's how a computer works. That's how it does its comparisons, by the way. The ones have to match up. It doesn't care about the zeros, it ignores them. And the whole of computer logic can be mapped out using an AND gate, and that comes out to what? What's it called? A machine? State machine. Mhm. I'm trying to think of what it would be called. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, Babbage. Ancient Greeks, yeah, I know about that. I've nearly got the name in my head. I have to. It's like a massive file of facts in my head. Got things in there that we don't really care about. Now, because that's all a computer can do, you can make what is known as a two-way computer. A computer to compute an answer. That if you give it the answer, it will compute the question. And I'm trying. It's a form of state machine. This is where I wish somebody else was on the line to help me out. Anyway, computer state machine comes under that area of my bonds. None of those people. The finite state machine, yeah. Non-determinate, yeah. A state machine is a concept used in designing computer programs or digital logic. There are two types of state machines, finite and infinite state machines. The former is comprised of a finite number of states, transitions, and actions that can be modeled with flow graphs, where the path of logic... this is looking good. Technopedia. Right, here we go. It says how to program, though. Right, event-driven systems. The main challenge in program reactive event-driven systems is to correctly identify the appropriate piece of code to execute in response to a given event, and that's what we are going to solve. That line there. Challenge in a program. There. Because if you remember, at the beginning I was talking about this one line here, and I said an interrupt application loop is created for our program. And I thought I should explain it. The reason we need to explain it is because of that. It's called event driven. Okay? What happens is an event will happen. Somebody will move the mouse. What happens when you move the mouse? The mouse pointer moves. What happens when you click the mouse? It takes an action. If I right click, it'll take a different action. Not on this one, but hey ho. Like here. So it's detecting the mouse, but that's the system is detecting the mouse. What the Q application does is goes and gets that information for us so we can use it in our program. So that this button, blah, 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 blah. Come on, get on screen. These buttons here that are saying, oh, look, they work. Like to do here. See? All this works. Well, that's Windows 10. The system, your computer in the background working. It's not our computer program doing that. For us to be able to use that means that the mouse, those three buttons, have to be recognized by our program and recognized by the computer system in the background. And that's what Q application does. Every time Windows 10 says, hey, the mouse has moved, Q application goes, oh, right, we'll update the mouse inside our window. Look, it changes. It changes there. Well, Q application is receiving those signals. We can then ask Q application, well, what's going on? And use those to click on a button. Or on, you know, do something on screen, which we can't. Have we got one? Yeah, we have. We've got a menu as well. You know, use a menu. Which works, of course. So all of that's in binary with false, 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 true. So if the mouse moves and it's inside our window, we can control it. But if anything else, you know, if one of the ideas is not there, like the mouse has moved, but it's not inside our window, so 1, 0. The mouse hasn't moved and it is inside our window. We don't do anything. The mouse didn't move and it's outside our window. We don't do anything. So you can see how we can start. This is actually the basic building block for any program. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. So we have this information. Let's get rid of that now because it's not very useful. How to get rid of this thing? Close. There we go. I know what an AND gate looks like and I know logic. So that's all the logic, all the maths done. So if you thought that was going to be a lot of mathematics in this, there isn't. Interesting. So it just told me that that was an error, and it isn't. If a red line comes up, it's an error. Again, this thing can't always program, so give it a break. It's pretty useless. Right, so I think we've got everything now set. We can go ahead with this program. We can do more with it. First thing, obviously, that I want to do is create a display. So at the bottom, I usually put these. Current objectives. Actually, that's a bad way of doing it because it grows. There we go. Current objectives. I always put this at the bottom. In main. This is all going to change, isn't it? To create an output box for information. One or more output boxes for information. Display information. Or 2. Okay. Yeah? Okay. Anything that we want to... Do we want to dive into that any further? God's sake. I know it's because that's on that line. Get rid of that, please. Stupid. Alright, is it going for with all of them? I have to have spaces everywhere, do I? Nothing wrong with it, by the way. Alright, this ID doesn't know what the hell it's doing. That's fine. Don't care. I know it's correct. That's what matters. And see that it's correct, I do that. Right, let's have a look. Did it give out actually any warnings? Doesn't seem so. Just gonna have a look at the output. Right, disable the QML because we're not using it, yeah. Why did it unload the System32 Win MM base? System32 OLE32, yeah, okay. Interesting. Fine. Fine. Okay. 7 errors. This error is in Microsoft. Cannot be a constant expression because the corresponding implicitly declared default constructor would not be constant. So who's put a constant expression in there? True type, false type. Enable if. Okay. Debug. Okay. Let's have a look more at this list. Expression must have a constant value. This is in Qt. But it's only run once. Because it's a meta type, it's a mock. And all they're doing is normalizing it. Interesting. More of the error list. Q property. I think that is probably correct as an error. That one, I think they might be right. We'll see. You can't have a templated constant. You might know that. Okay. Okay. You see, it has a knock-on effect. I know why they're using it. Yeah. This is one of the reasons why I am not allowed to use Qt. Right. This is a standard type. A member with an in-class initializer must be constant. On the same line? Disappeared now. Yes, I know. Interesting. Let's try building that. Rebuild solution. Remember, we haven't done any programming here. There we go. That's what I like to see. Wow. That is very interesting. Okay. Unbelievable. Look at that. Oh my God. Hmm. Da-ba-da-ba-da-dum. Dee-ba-dee-ba-da-da-dee-dee-ba. That the error list then? Yeah, that is. Oh my God. How many windows does this thing have? Okay. Oh, there is a navigate backwards. Okay. Control plus minus. Okay. Control and navigate backwards. There it is. Dibby dibby dum dum. Diddle 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 diddle. Yep. This is why I don't like Windows. Right, so now we have informations, not errors. Now I've forced it into the error situation and it's redone it. Yeah, it's still not happy about that. That's fine. That's correct. Right, the reason it's doing that, I don't understand why it's doing that one, but I'm guessing +4 overloads, that's why. It's because of C++. That is a C line, a line from C. Never mind. They've used it. Not my fault. Not my problem. There we go. Make sure we've got no errors in our stuff anyway. Okay. But that is why I don't trust Microsoft way of doing things, and I don't usually use this editor. I've been using it lately because it's what people use. I don't know why they do. It's just that it seems to be commonly thought as the best editor going, and it has no idea what you're doing. No idea whatsoever. What has happened there is that error list is based upon what you are allowed to do in there. So this 17 is messing us up. What else have we got? Let's go down to default. Hmm, 14. We'll go down to 11. Why? Different languages. People don't understand that there are different languages stored in here. Thank you. Okay. So it's build. Clean. No, just rebuild. Not just a clean. Okay. Qt private is container compatible with QString view. Q any string view. Value is equal to false. Okay. That's an assert. What's your problem with that? Expected a comma. What language is this in? Whoops. I put it into the wrong language. All right, we'll go down to legacy. Go to that one. I'll keep that off on legacy. And see if I'm going to do clean this time. This is interesting. It is to me, as a programmer. Because, yeah, it's still there. That is interesting. Okay. Come on. But it takes forever, this thing. And yes, I am on a solid state drive. Wow. Now that has really, really, really surprised me. Wonder why those haven't been fixed. It's because it's in the metadata types and you can't do it that way. I know why. That's fine. That's because we have all the warnings turned on. And I've just realised all of the errors in Windows are not there. Ooh, naughty people. They've hidden them. Okay. So that's where we're starting tomorrow. I'm going to delve more into an output box. And we're going to create some output. We are going to output 0 and 0. Let's see what it says. And it should confirm that I'm correct, that the 0th argument in here, argc0 and argv0 goes in there, is just where this program is and the command used to start the program, which could be interesting. Otherwise, it's going to be fun as we delve further into this IDE and see what more cock-ups it can make. Wow. I'm happy. I hope you're happy. And in the meantime, anything, last questions before I go? I've got some Coke. And this cat is saying it wants feeding. You want feeding, Muppet? Yes, I know it's that time. It's 41 minutes past that time. 42 minutes past that time now. It was your food time 42 minutes ago, wasn't it? Hmm? Right. Well, I'm going to get off and order my food. Otherwise, I'm not eating tonight. So thank you, especially to Anime Dude for popping by and saying hi. That's very kind of you. Awesome. Take care, peeps. And above all, have fun.